How do I get a job? How do I pay taxes? How do I buy a new house? Schools, well, actually. Physicists like to simplify calculations. We will assume the cat is cubical. Parents, why are your grades so bad? Me, student smuggles phone into exam, looks at memes instead of cheating. Good students, bad students, students who convince the teacher to tell a personal story to waste class time. Teacher, things she didn't explain during the lessons. Test. Teacher, nourishes class for being loud. The students who were actually behaving. Me trying to study the entire portions in one night. They gave me 60 days to study. When I take my sleep deprived days to school on a Tuesday morning and the teacher talks some shit on how to protect yourself from cyberbullying. Your homework is only 3 questions. The homework. 1, 2, 3. When you ask a question in class and the professor says that's a great question. Me and my son doing his math homework. When you check your grades and the only A is in your name. Me walking into my maths class knowing the only thing I can calculate is when the class ends. When the teacher stands next to your desk during a test. Me, I have so much work to do. Also me. What was your school's biggest scandal? 50% of the blood donated from my school tested HIV positive. When your professor makes a terrible joke, but you really need an A. The homework due tomorrow. The guy who doesn't study. The one who doesn't need to study. The one that studies at 3 AM the night before. When you are doing a test and the nerd starts tweaking. Well, duck. When someone asks you a question right after you wake up. Types of headaches. Migraine. Hypertension. Stress. 7th grade. When you spend 4 years getting a degree for a career path and no one is hiring in that industry. Years of academy training wasted. Choose the correct answer. You can't scare me with E. And explain why. Damn. I kinda just wanna skip school and stay in my bedroom with lights closed and feel like a loser all day. Hey, do you like chemistry? Nah bro. POV. You got refused to use a restroom asking the teacher? Changing the date on your paper to a few days earlier so the teacher doesn't see that you did it last minute. You playing games with the boys, realizing it's midnight and you okay have homework. Go to school or draw 25. 10-year-old me. What are your plans after college? Listen, I don't even know what I'm doing during college. Kid who can open a link from PowerPoint. Teacher, is this a computer expert? How I feel about math. I don't even know what I don't know. When your alarm goes off and you're just there like. My reaction when teacher asks me to answer the question. When you know you did a bad job, but you're just proud you finished your assignment. When the teacher adds that one question that fails the whole class. When you finally send your professor the final draft, here is an insurmountable amount of garbage. It disgusts me as well. I apologize in advance. Let me check when's the deadline. Yesterday. When you go to the bathroom at the same time the school tells everyone to go into lockdown. Online classes will be so easy. 1 year later. School giving us homework. I'm going to change the world. For the better, right? Us having depression. For the better, right? We all have that one teacher who knows nothing about the subject but still teaches. Me, I'm literally so busy and overwhelmed with schoolwork. Also me. Bathrooms, schools, this is fine. POV, the principal suspends you for something stupid. 15-minute till break, me waiting. Teacher's pet when he sees me chewing gum in class. Me when learning reproductive systems in biology. When the awesome teacher returns to school after being sick for a while. Got recommended journaling by my school counselor. The 5th of April 25. Mad. School got me like sleep, stress relief, energy. Me volunteering to accompany the sick pupil in school to the nurse's office because I'm a genuinely good person and not just trying to get out of class. Reading for pleasure implies the existence of reading for pain. Dude, what the heck do you think grad school is? My friend, when I take extra long to get out of class. Mention your school bench partner. Me, a normal partner, class, teacher. We need to get this project done in 5 minutes or we get an F. Procrastinate. Turn in it late. Just get it done. Looking at bro after the teacher said we can pick our partners. Teacher, The Handmaid's Tale is a good book. I really enjoyed it, and I want you to read it. The book. Me during the test. Me during the test last minute. My teacher made a test for tomorrow. Panic. My teacher is dead. Calm. My teacher's pet takes teacher's job. Panic. The cool teacher. You get a movie and AR on your Chromebook. Homework. Chores. Which do I make mad? When you turn in the test first, but then you realize there's a back. Types of headaches. Migraine. Hypertension. Stress. When you are taking a hard test and the Squid Game Pink Soldier song starts playing in your brain. Teachers. Kids get bullied and breaks a bone. I sleep. Teachers. When kids chew gum in class. Real shut. The teacher left for 2 milliseconds. That one kid who doesn't care. The students. My heart. Don't know the answer to question 1. Picks random answer choice. Question 2 is, how did you get the answer to question 1? Me when my friend is explaining how a chemical is made. Me when school is explaining how a chemical is made. School. Home. Me. Have confidence. Worry and stress. Me. School. Kid gets nourished for sneaking out of class. School. School nourishes him. School. Kid gets suspended for a week. School. Kid gets suspended, so he chills at home for a week. Me when I use AI to get the answers in math class, and the teacher doesn't give a crap. Homework. More homework. Lifetime homework. Break time. Mop. Are your grades good? Me. Well yes, but actually no. Me. Enjoying spring break. School. I'm late for school. Panic. It's Sunday. Calm. I had online class that ended an hour ago. Panic. Me when I drink soda at home or at school, including water with or without flavor packets. There is a test at math class. You didn't study. Item my head out. I got a bad grade with my friend. I got a bad grade. Student. I did it in my head. Teacher. You must show your work. Are ya winning, son? Nap, just doing homework. When you got an A+ instead of a C. Just like the simulations. Don't give homework on Fridays. Or, draw 25. The school. Saying here. Saying present. Me. Sleep. The 99+ assignments due by midnight. It's Monday tomorrow. So, you still got 2 hours due. Give no homework. Or, draw 25. Math teachers. One does not simply walk under one of the doors separating hallways and not slap the top. The bell doesn't dismiss you. I dismiss you. Really? Then can you let us out a minute before the bell rings? Assign 6 weeks worth of homework due the next day. Assign a project the last week of school. Teachers. Me. Has major injury. School nurse. I diagnose you with ice pack. Teachers or schools. Bowling. Students. Me whenever a group tells me to do something I don't want to. I recognize the council has made a decision. My honest reaction. But given that is a stupid ace decision, I have selected to ignore it. A basic understanding of math. Whoa. The cool kid in high school. This is worthless. Me. Relaxing. School. Me. Says a cuss word. Every teacher within a 100-mile radius. Someone cheats at dodgeball. Girls. Whatever. Boys. Teachers when someone's getting bullied. I sleep. Teachers when the victim retaliates. Real shut. Taking a cold shower. Taking a warm shower. Taking a heat shower. Taking the most unbelievably scorching heat shower of the century. Some of the rarest things in the world. Bismuth crystals. Opal. Painite. Teachers who are males. I have a clone. Someone with the same or one letter difference first name as me. He is smarter than me. So I'm the clone. The clown. Truly passing your test. Having ChatGPT to do all the work for you, but explaining it to you. Corporate needs you to find the differences between this picture and this picture. Middle school students. They're the same picture. How should we improve the schools? Teach more stuff kids will never use. Give more homework. Improve the chairs and toilet paper. Me. Asks quiet kid what his favorite animal is. Quiet kid. Sega 12. Same damn math class every day. New routines, games, and applications. Learners. Me trying to rest over the holidays. Checking how many days left. Teacher, unfortunately, we can't look at the homework since the internet isn't working. The class. Yes, very sad. Anyway. Me in the first 10 years of my life instead of gaining 10 plus years of experience for an entry-level job when I'm an adult. Idea to start school at 7:50. School board. My sleep. When you take a warm relaxing shower after a stressful week of school. Have a decent lunch. Or draw 25. School cafeterias. My classmates. Wait, you know algebra. Me who understands algebra and just wants to go home and play Mario Kart. Me, always has been. POV, the over-intelligent nerd at school, is presenting a presentation. Some kids. Our teacher's power went out in the middle of class, so we all renamed ourselves to Reconnecting. So when she came back, she would be confused. Reconnecting. Bold move. You have something due tomorrow. Panic. You get it done. Calm. You remember the other 9 things due tomorrow. Panic. The teacher when I'm just minding my own business by playing with my Chromebook. Close the Chromebook or I will take it away. When you were gonna ask a question to the teacher, but you forget it the second you raise your hand. Types of headaches. Migraine. Hypertension. Stress. Seeing a back to school sale in July. The lunch lady staring at me from the other side of the cafeteria as I mix my chocolate yogurt with pasta. Student whispers to friend in class. Teacher, would you like to tell the class what you were whispering? Student, no, that's why I was whispering. Teacher, did you just answer back? Student, yes, that's how a conversation works. Wrecked. Me when I see homework I have to do. 57%. 9 hours 35 minutes remaining. 1 hour later. 10%. 13 minutes remaining. How my homeschool family watches. The public schoolers getting on the bus in the morning. Kindergarten students at the first day of school. 12th grade students at the first day of school. PCs students need to use for working with most modern softwares. PCs teachers use to write documents in Word. The fastest things on earth. Cheetah. Airplane. Speed of light. Summer break. Teacher at school log up. No funny business tonight. Girls sleeping with girls and boys are sleeping with boys. The guy kid. These bastards. They stand there watching me all day. Then when I go to use one, they say ha. I'll teach you to ignore me. 2 words maximum. Then I fade to nothing. Shake me all you want. I'll work no more. Students' mental health. Schools. Why are our students depressed? Me waiting for that one class to be over. The principal when the bully picks on others. The principal when the victim fights back. Me at every online class. When you have been doing tests all day, so tired. When the teacher asks what number comes before 47, and the quiet kid says AK, and reaches for his backpack, I to my head out. School supplies. Chospal Kalupis. Heaviest objects in the universe. Our sun. Neutron stars. Bulk hole. The amount of homework that I'm given in school. 11-year-old me, realizing I needed glue for the school project tomorrow. Listen to kids when they are being bullied. Schools give Bulletin Cool Kid Student of the Month award for doing literally nothing to get it. Schools. That feeling when you realize you forgot about a major assignment until the night before it's due. Use Finland's clearly successful school system. Use a garbage school system nobody likes and give teachers dirt poor salaries. School systems outside of Finland. Me after the teacher berates me after I got one answer wrong on a test I studied on for so long. I'm failed you. Welcome to heaven. Why do you have different halo sizes? The better person you were on earth, the bigger the halo. Big halo. Great person. Wait, what did this guy do? He was a teacher who stood up for his students that got bullied. Me when the bell is supposed to ring now, but it actually hasn't even rang yet. What the hell happened here? I have no computer Dora. Panic. I have my school computer. Calm. It has way too many restrictions on it. Panic. Let students go to the bathroom. Teachers. Say I don't know, can you? Teachers. New school year. 2 to 4 less hours of sleep. Change my mind. When the school bell is about to ring and the teacher's pet mentions homework to the teacher. POV. It's your first year in high school. Welcome to hell. Let us go to the bathroom. Or draw 25. Teachers. The loudest sounds on earth. Concert speakers. Fireworks. Gunfire. Blue whale. Space shuttle. School chairs when you move them. The teacher when you ask how many questions are on the test. 200,000 questions already, with million more well on the way. When you don't know what else to write in your thank you letter, but then you realize you're a member. Math class. Biology class. Science class. Classes that I'm never gonna use in life. Beginning of school year. End of school year. Go to college. Get smart. Be in crippling debt. Be in crippling debt. Bro, someone in my class just said, and I quote, he's talking to the teacher by the way. Hey, I got an app that teaches me big words so I can increase my vocabulary. So when you grade it, it's not ChatGPT, okay? Modern problems require modern solutions. When you didn't study for the exam, but the teacher lets you review for 10 minutes. A blessing from the Lord. The extrovert who's presenting our project. Me who did all the work. When you're so short that the teacher decided to make you dance with the elementary students despite being a high schooler. Principal expelled you. You don't have to do school. Getting ready for the exams. 10 chapters, 10 days. 10 chapters, 1 day. Classmate, curses. Me, I'm going to tell the teacher. Them, please don't. Me, raise his hand to go to the bathroom. You raise your hand thinking your answer is definitely right. The teacher says you're wrong. When you walk past a group of 5th graders, and there seems to be no sign of intelligent life anywhere. Me, I'm not religious. Also me when I'm waiting for my results after finishing my exams. Me reading PDF for my exam. Me reading 900 comments of 2 strangers arguing on the internet. Exams. School normally. Your school's close in June. My school's open in June. We are not the same. When me and my friend are planning to hang out, but we suddenly get bombarded with homework. My brain before 1 month of exam. My brain before 1 week of exam. My brain during the weekend before exam. Teacher's face. Teacher, I couldn't grade your assignment because I have a life outside of school. Student, I couldn't do the homework because I have a life outside school too. Me before school photo. Me during school photo. What gives people feelings of power, money, status? Having your name read out at school assembly. When you're trying to look at memes and your teacher tells you to do your work. The rest of the school. The class that finished early. That moment when you solved a maths problem 3 times and got 3 different answers. Motivation. A good idea, a creative flow. Me with only a day left to turn in my story. Me with only hours left to turn it in. This is absolute garbage, I should start over. Okay class. We are going to watch a movie. Please get out your 5-page essay. Every group project does 99% of the work. Has no idea what's going on the whole time. Says he's going to help but he's not. Disappear at the very beginning and doesn't show up again till the very end. Me, I'll do it at 8. Time. 8:05 me. Looks like I gotta wait till 9 now. Me watching everyone else eat their tomato soup and cheesy bread, except me because I have a negative $92 lunch bill. Me before high school. I'm gonna be on top of my class and get straight A's. Me in high school. I just need to pass this test. Watching movies at the cinema or at home. Watching movies at school. Teachers when I use Wikipedia. Teachers when I use a source from the dark web.